I'm loving the fact that you've got Amersham Hairdressing Salon as your new property.
Yes, I was thinking of changing jobs.
And how did you come across it?
The reason we ended up with it is because we couldn't afford the size of house we wanted done.
Right, OK.
So we're like, well, let's buy one that isn't done, and then we'll do it.
And did you ever imagine you'd live in Amersham?
So I'm French. I didn't plan on making my life in the UK initially. I just fell in love with this.
Yeah, that's my fault.
This one.
All your fault.
All my fault. Yeah, most things are. But yes, I grew up in the countryside and always wanted to live in the country. So this is a good compromise. We're close to the city, but also we're out in the woods and the hills up here. So you get the best of both worlds down here.
Should we go inside and have a look?
Newly engaged solicitor Olivia and acquisitions manager Rollo met and live in London, from where they plan to oversee this change of use overhaul.
So, this is your lovely salon.
This is our barbershop, yeah.
Right. I know it's very tired, but it's a very cute space.
It is cute. It's a bit kind of sterile at the moment. There's not any of the barber's furniture, but, you know, still a good space.
So how long was it a hair salon?
Definitely, we know 1861 till 2020, really. So
That's amazing.
at least, yeah.
That is incredible.
Spot. The amount of hair. It's gonna be...
You've been knee-deep in it. Yeah.
And how much did you pay for it?
It was on the market for $650 originally, and we paid $576.
Okay.
And we had to dip into our wedding budget, and you know all
Not
these.
just dip. It's great.
Yeah. So we know we're basically counting pennies to get it across the line.
So that's a big commitment.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And how much are you going to spend on it?
So our budget is $350 with a bit of contingency.
Okay. I know it's really tired and it's been messed around and knocked about many times over the years. And it is very utilitarian, but as a house, it could be beautiful.
It's ready for us to put our stamp on it, I think.
Now, over a year ago, Rollo and Olivia began their journey to get onto the property ladder with one heck of a challenge. The conversion and restoration of their very old barbershop would have been enough to have most people tearing their hair out. But amazingly, they managed to stay calm, cool, and collected. I can't wait to see it.
With its old-fashioned shop window and 2 front doors, this building was outdated and confusing. But now, it's clearly one grand period home. The windows have been replaced, the shop front has been swapped for a classic bay, and the brickwork has had a revamp. There's not a hair out of place.
This looks fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah,
glad
we're very
you think
pleased.
so, yeah.
Fantastic. There's a massive amount changed on the outside since I was last here.
Yeah.
It's lovely, actually. It's still got a hint of shop, but it's saying home more than it ever has.
Yeah, and actually it's how it used to look, because, you know, 200 years ago, we've got, you know, odd drawings of the building and stuff, and it only had one door, so actually it's taking it back to how it used to be.
Originally, the barbershop and rooms behind were a series of poorly connected, small and dated spaces. They needed a complete overhaul. And they got it. Now, these have been opened up to create one large, beautiful space, which serves as a modern kitchen and dining room, while retaining the original 350-year-old beams, preserves the building's historical character and charm. And the old kitchen is now a stylish and generous utility room with a handy loo at the end.
Come on in.
Oh, look at your lovely hallway.
Yeah,
That's
it's changed.
beautiful.
It's changed a bit, huh?
Changed a bit. Crikey. That is fantastic. Unrecognisable.
Yeah.
Oh, please, you think so?
The structural changes that you've made in here to make this space work are quite incredible. You know, steel post there, 2 steel posts there. It's brilliant how you've managed to make it all work as a layout with all of those structural constraints.
Actually, didn't think we could need any steel. But yeah, they tie into the kitchen quite well now.
Yeah, it's a brilliant, brilliant mix of old and new.
Yeah.
And you've got 1 or 2 things around there, a little nod to the previous use of the building, haven't you?
Yes, so that's an original 19th century barber chair, pre-sort of leather trend.
Such a nice touch. And I'm just glimpsing through the window at your garden.
Yes,
I
we have a
can't quite
garden.
believe it.
Yeah, I know.
I honestly didn't think you were going to get that done in time, because it was such a building site out there.
There was a skip in there until about 2 weeks ago, so yeah.
Can we see the living room?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Please, yes.
The old living room had always been a great size, yet it still managed to feel dark and oppressive. And the decor was like a blast from a distant past. But no longer. Cleaned up beams and directional lighting have brightened up the whole room. The dated carpets have gone in place of a new timber floor. And the grand old fireplace has been brought back into commission.
Oh, now look at that for a beautiful living room.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh?
I mean, it really
Yeah.
is so cozy, so gorgeous. All the built-in furniture that you've put in there, so you've got a kind of TV zone on that side.
Yeah.
And then this is more snug, nice
Yeah.
and cozy, beautiful fireplace.
We tried to lean back into the original 19th century shop where we could. So when we dug down to find foundations under the concrete, we were able to salvage some of the tiles. So they've gone under the stove and in the garden.